Oral sex can be a stim. Yes, not foreplay, not being a good partner, a legitimate neurobiologically explainable stim. So, when we look at ADHD, your nervous system is basically a golden retriever on fucking cocaine, right? It is constantly going to be scanning for forms of regulation, touch, pressure, rhythm, repetition. And that right there becomes neurobiology. Now understand, before anyone fucking comes at me, I am not speaking generalizably. Everyone is their own little pretty butterfly of a spectrum. But when we are talking about stimming, this is going to be any repetitive sensory-based behavior that's going to help your nervous system regulate, okay? So how then does oral become a stim for some? Well, it's going to be repetitive in the motion, the rhythmic movement, deep pressure, predictable patterns, immediate sensory feedback. Hello, that's fucking regulation at its core. And for a lot of people, that is the literal type of regulation that your brain maybe has been begging for all day while you were supposed to be in that fucking meeting. So for some people, giving oral can actually feel so damn focusing. It can be a form of groundedness for a person. It can almost be organizing, which, yeah, kind of sounds wild if you think about it, but when you really do think about it deeper, you're not just doing something sexual. You're giving your sensory system a full course meal when it's been surviving on scraps all day. A lot of ADHD brains, we are regulating through intensity and repetition. So if our brain has found something that's rhythmic, pressure-based, and immediately rewarding, honey, it's going to keep going back to it. Now, for you keyboard warriors, I do need you to hear this clearly so we have no misunderstandings here. I am not saying to disregard or override your boundaries in the name of your nervous system regulation. That is not the takeaway here. And I'm not also telling people that the form of regulation that you need for ADHD is oral. What I am saying is that if you are somebody with ADHD and you have noticed that certain sexual activities are calming you down, helping you focus, feel almost meditative, when maybe the rest of your life feels like a chaotic hot mess, that's not random. That is maybe not also even a kink. That might also just be your nervous system going, oh, thank the fucking high heavens, finally something that is regulating. Because sometimes what looks like high libido might actually be sensory seeking for some. And sometimes what looks like maybe being generous in bed, it actually could be your dysregulated nervous system finding the one activity that makes it shut the fuck up for 5 minutes. And sometimes the bedroom is going to be the only place maybe that person with an ADHD brain is going to get their structure, their rhythmic stimulation without someone telling them to sit down or focus and stop being so goddamn extra, okay? And if you're the oral champion and you have ADHD, you might now know why you're so good at what you do.